These people deserve special recognition because they were, as our soldiers who come here would say, they were the first combatants in this war. They fought against those terrorists to say, no, you're not going to have your way. It's just not going to happen. Here in Jenksville was a gorgeous morning. It was one of those gorgeous September mornings. I'm Pastor Bob, Reverend Robert Way. I was the pastor here on September 11th, 2001. We are at the Flight 93 National Memorial. Directly to my left is where the crash site of Flight 93 occurred. I had a meeting that morning. Immediately walking into that meeting, we heard the news of the World Trade Center, number one, the plane that crashed there. I got a phone call from one of our young ladies who lives right over top of the hillside here, that she heard a plane crash in what she called her backyard. She asked me to come. So as a pastor, you come. What I saw basically was some of the luggage and some of the personal effects that were into the trees around where the actual crash site was. You could see a very large crater. They found no or very little pieces of the plane inside those woods. Not much at all, to be honest with you. Even the bolts to hold the window in were blown apart. So, thinking where I was at that point. I believe there's a difference between September 12th, 2001 and September 12th, 2021. The difference, I think, is we've lost that camaraderie. We gathered around one another. I think it's because we all felt like we were victims. We all felt like we've been attacked. And that sense prevailed for some time, but not for as long as we would all have hoped that it would have. We fell back into the old patterns of life, where we become so egocentric. Yes, yeah, and I'll go to what did change because of 9/11. I think the war in Afghanistan, the war in Iraq, I think that changed. In particular for the Afghanis people, I think our soldiers who come back see that they showed the Afghan people a sense of democracy and freedom. That will it make a difference in the long term? That's only for the future to see. I believe it will. I truly believe that seed was planted. This memorial wall that's behind us says, we're a country that honors our heroes. We are a country that takes a look at these people, these 40 names that are on this wall, and says these people deserve special recognition because they were, as our soldiers who come here would say, they were the first combatants in this war. They fought against those terrorists to say, no, you're not going to have your way. They all have special meaning. Lauren Grancolis, interesting about Lauren Grancolis, and a lot of people didn't know, we talk about 40 heroes. We personally talk about 41 because Lauren was pregnant with her child, and the coroner was actually able to find the DNA for 45 people. That'd be the 41 passengers, including the baby, and then the 4 terrorists. I'm looking towards retirement sometime in the next couple of years here. To think that it was 20 years ago that I was standing on this ground, it's kind of hard to imagine that it was that long ago and that much time has passed. Still, there are emotions. You know, you come here, the emotions are still real. I look at those names and I can tell you stories about each one of those people because I studied who they were and why they were on the plane and what type of people they were, and they were good people.